I've got a few things to just clear up in this live stream. I've got a few things to just kind of say and just let you guys know on. So I kind of figured that I need to do like a live stream just to let you know. I didn't do a live stream yesterday, and if you saw the video what went up, then you'll kind of know why. You'll kind of know why I didn't do a live stream. Or at least you'll know that I did something, like I didn't just do nothing on the channel all day. So basically, to clear that up, basically what I did yesterday, if you didn't see it, we have started a new NTV series, which is basically called the Park Drive Drama. So if you, well, I suppose if you live in like any country, or if you live in like the UK and America, you'll understand me. Basically, we done something. Yesterday, which is the start of a new NTV series. We're trying to spice up NTV because it did get a little bit boring. Like basically, it got to the point like before, like we brought it back where we were just doing like Good Morning Los Ashley's News, Good Morning Los Ashley's News, Good Morning Los Ashley's News, and then it just kind of got a little bit boring. So we kind of like brought in these MC Noble events, which are pretty cool. We kind of like brought in, we kind of like the we kind of brought in the forgotten what it's called now, the Winning Streak, which was a pretty cool game show. We're bringing in the Saturday Night with Martin Boost, which is kind of like a new show, which is replacing the Loose Men, which you guys never knew about that on this channel, but it was one I was like gonna do on like a different channel. And we done like one episode of it, and in my opinion the episode just went on for far too long, and then it kind of like it just got a bit like too silly, so we never did another episode. But basically we've started this thing called Park Drive Drama. Now, if you don't know, one of the main streets in this housing area, which I don't want to go down in today's episode because it's going to spoil something for what I've been recording, but Park Drive is just down there. It's the main street in the housing area, and basically if you like live in the UK or the US, you'll know that on TV there's shows like mystery dramas, and then you kind of get like your soaps, which are on like most days of the week, and it consists of different, you know, storylines and different people in like either a village or like a small area to a city, where there's basically like some houses, a shop, a cafe, a pub, and basically all different things happen. Like they try to bring like make like real families like living together, and you know, different life, and then they make like different stories go upside down, like maybe like, you know, it's like a happy family together, and then the man ends up cheating or something like that, and then it comes into like some big blowing storyline. Or, you know, for example, like you saw in the last one, a plumber not doing the job right, a sink having a leak, you know, a typical family man just not having a good week, and different things going wrong. And you'll see in episode 2 how his week gets even worse. You'll see like how it gets like even more downhill. So basically, like if you watch things like Emmerdale and Coronation Street and EastEnders, and you know, maybe like mystery dramas such as like DCI Banks, where they're always like solving crimes, or you know, where they're kind of like representing different storylines, we're kind of doing that in this new show called Park Drive Drama. However, although it's called Park Drive Drama, it kind of insists of Park Drive, it insists of like just the surrounding area of like this street, and it kind of goes down as far as the shop. Now, that's the main setup for it. It goes down as far as this shop here, and it'll like also include into some of these houses here in the future. Like I want to get at some point some posh people living at this big house, and owning quite a few different things high. So that's what this new series is, but I'm not going to go into too much detail about what's to come in it. But we're going to do like loads of different storylines and stuff like that. So that's the first thing. So we're trying to like bring back NTV. We're trying to like spice it up because it was getting like a bit boring, like if you get what I mean. Like NTV was, I don't know if it still is now. We're still like trying to like try out different shows and spice it up. So there isn't like just going to be this like Park Drive drama thing. We're still going to do like the other shows, like the Saturday nights with Martin Boost and the MC Noble events and stuff like that. And the also winning streak. We're also going to do some different shows. We are still going to do things like the news again at some point, but the news isn't really that interesting. Like, it isn't that much of an interesting video to record anymore. Like, I much more prefer like recording some kind of game show, or like talking to people about different events and recording like different dramas. And you know, we've got some like other shows up our sleeve for the future. I want to do things like jungle challenges, kind of like Celebrity Get Me Out of Here, but we can kind of put like the celebrities into it, kind of like Joe Chambers, Martin Boost, maybe MC Noble, and we can kind of have them all like in this like jungle doing like different tasks and things like that. I've got plans up my sleeve, but they're all going to come at like different times, if you get what I mean. So that's the first thing. NTV's getting spruced up. And the second thing is I've got what could be a little bit of bad news. So as you know, the other day on the live stream, we kind of built a little bit in the MC Noble theatre for when he does a little event in Los Ashley's. We also joined Ant's Arena, where we were like basically discussing basically, you know, what's going down in Chinatown is I basically confirmed the date for Kingston, and Kingston is good, that type of thing. Can I join? Good build. If you want to join, just add me, but I'm like going on to Share Factory after this to edit a video, so you know, like it's up to you, like whether you want to like join now. If so, just add me if you haven't already. So basically, Kingston is supposed to be on Sunday, but I've kind of run into a little bit of trouble. And the trouble is that basically my PlayStation Plus ran out today. So I'm on a 2-day free trial, which however means my PlayStation Plus, I'll like have Plus now until the weekend, which will be basically Friday night. It'll be like, you know, Friday the Plus will run out again. So basically on Friday I won't be able to join anybody's games, or they won't be able to join me. So there'll be no like NTV videos or anything like that going out on that day, unless there's like any I've got like left to edit or anything like that. But in terms of like recording any, I won't be able to, because my Plus will be out. So the plan is hopefully to get some Plus at the weekend, but it gets a little bit more tricky and complicated. So yesterday I went to the mechanic bike shop place and booked my motorbike in for an MOT, and you know, just a general, you know, sort of like look at the bike, get it fixed up, that type of thing, get it looking, you know, nice, and you know, sort of get it ready to go back on the road. So that's going to cost me, you know, I'd easily say quite a bit, which means I might not have enough to get the PlayStation Plus. Now usually in my town, because I don't live anywhere where there's like a game shop, I've got to like travel pretty like, you know, like either like, well, mainly like between like sort of like roughly 21 miles or whatever, to be able to get to the nearest game shop. Otherwise I can't get a PlayStation Plus card. However, what I can do in my town is I can get a £20 PlayStation gift card, which will obviously, if I put that on, I'm able to get the Plus with that, but it means that I have to spend more money than what the actual Plus is worth. Now usually I do that because then it gives me like, you know, roughly round about like a £5 or whatever, just, you know, like just over a £5, just to basically like just see what, you know, what add-ons I can get and stuff like that. But it might be quite tricky for me to do it this time with me, you know, like paying for my bike. So the Kingston event might have to be put back just by 1 week. Like literally, like if I don't get the plus this week, I can get the plus next week. But hopefully I can get it this week. Now the kind of like good news is that when I went into my Wilkinson's the other day, I can't remember when it was. I think it even could have been like last Thursday or something like that. I went into the Wilkinson's store and basically I saw a card in there for PlayStation Plus, which is exactly the PlayStation Plus what I get. So I'm presuming that they hopefully might have one in there. So if they have one in there, I can just pay something like the £14.99 or whatever, and get the actual like, you know, just the actual Plus card instead of a PlayStation card, and then I can just get the Plus that way and not have to pay the full 20 to like to get the Plus. Like I can just get the actual Plus card instead of a normal PlayStation card for buying games and that sort of stuff. You know, like I can literally just get the card to top up the Plus, because literally where I live, we don't really have that many decent shops. Like the only place I can really go and get a gift card for PlayStation is either Wilkinson's or WH Smith's. Now they usually only have like a £20 gift card, which means I have to spend the £20 to get the £20 gift card to be able to get the Plus, which always gives me like that £5 left over. But like I say, if I can hopefully get one in WH Smith's, which is just the £14.99 one, which gives me my 3 months again, that'll be like better for me, because then I don't have to pay that like extra £5 or whatever to get this different kind of card when there's nothing on the store that I really want, unless there's like an add-on for Mafia or something like that. So basically I will know better after Friday tea time. I will probably know like whether or not I'll be able to go ahead and get a card, and if so, I will top it up on Saturday, because the stores will be closed on the Friday night, and like obviously like, you know, I can just I can just spend like one night of not joining anyone's game, just do some Mafia missions for like one night, and then literally what I can do from there on is just basically go ahead and you know, top it up the next day, which should help me a little bit more. But the bike was a really important thing what needed doing, and unfortunately it just all came at the wrong time. Like literally, like when I basically like got Mafia, and when I did some other things as well, when I like booked in for my bike. Huh. Oh yeah, I like that. I basically didn't realise that my Plus was going to run out as well. So basically I was a little bit like unsure on like whether that was like, you know, I was a bit unsure. I didn't realise that it was all going to come. I like that, the club room with DJ Shadow. But I'm just going to change it a sec. The club room. Did you put the width on here? No.
Yeah.
No, there we go. It had to be there. With DJ Shadow plus MC plus MC Noble, because that's what the event what's coming here is basically a little like DJ. It's more basically the event itself. Like this event in here is supposed to be more about the DJ than just the MC. Like it's just basically like Shadow's doing a little DJing event here, and I'm just joining him to do a bit of MCing, more than actually me being the centre of the attention It's not gonna be kind of like some big event where you have to listen to what we say, kind of thing. It's more like one of them events where, you know, you just buy your drinks. DJ Shadow's gonna be playing. I'm gonna be doing the MCing. The people in the room will just get wasted and dance, more or less. There's no like need to like do any particular story. There's no way to like say how I got into MCing. They'll be kind of like, thank you all for coming tonight. Who's ready to make some noise? That kind of thing. But there's apart from that, it's really not gonna be any different. It's not really gonna be like any more hyped than that. And the Kingston event, why I haven't been hyping it as much is because it's a smaller event. Like, I didn't really know how to hype it as such, because for one, the event was smaller, like the arena. Two, the stage was already built, so all we had to really do was build MC Noble signs on there and kind of make a little dance floor. So the stage was already kind of done, whereas the Riften event, that wasn't really like, that was a bigger stage, and we kind of like built this big stage, and I streamed in it a few times while it was getting built. I kind of done like a video like the day before, that kind of thing. I kind of like done a video on the night, like some interviews with like him and with me and Martin Boost, and like the second event, the one at Kingston, just isn't as big, and I haven't really like known how to like hype it, like, plus sometimes Steve hasn't been on, that type of thing. So I've just kind of not really, I guess you could say, I've not really known exactly, like fully known what to do with it as such, because like I say, it's kind of been like so annoying, like, that we haven't really been able to get, like, it's not like anybody's fault. It's just been like so hard with the arena being smaller, or like theatre, whatever you want to call it, to kind of like hype it up as much as somewhere like Riften, because Riften was like a big 2-tier football stadium, and there was kind of like all the sort of like flashy lights, and you know, it was just like there was a lot more to it with it being bigger, which is quite, you know. But the Kingston event's still going to be good. I'm still like really looking forward to it. There's going to be like nothing different in that way. And that'll be the same with the Kingston event. The Kingston event is kind of going to be a bit like this one, but it's still like focused a lot more around MC Noble. But it isn't going to be kind of like where I MC and then tell a story. It's more like about keeping you moving and keeping you going, not just like hearing like some of my MC songs, then how I got famous, and then kind of like when I got a bit more famous. And it's not just going to be about doing some of the old MCs as well. It's kind of just going to be like doing the best ones which everybody could like sing along to in the crowd, and then it's going to be kind of like also about doing some new ones and showing them that I can kind of like MC and make new ones and not just always do the old ones as well. So it's kind of like, it's not going to consist like my first ever MC or anything like that. It's not going to consist of anything like different in that sense. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of all going to be like the best MCs, such as like Irish Whistle. There's not going to be like any raps in it either, I don't think. Well, it says like Bars Weekend, so I'm kind of like, it's going to be like, it's not going to be like rapping more. It's going to be more like the sort of like going in for the MC songs, and the sort of like, you know, the bit more ravey songs, the bit more bassy songs to get everybody going. So should be pretty interesting. And then like I say, I've just got this little event to do in here at some point, which we can more or less just do at any time, like sometime like pretty soon. We can just do a little miniature event in here, just live stream it. We don't even need to do it for as long, and we don't even need to take a break really. We don't need to make it as long. It's just going to be a little like, you know, it's just going to be a little like smaller event, and should be pretty doodly cool if you ask me. So I'm liking how this is going. We need a little bar in this corner, I think, and that type of thing. We've got a nice little stage set up going. I'm pretty happy at how that's going. We're just gonna kind of like put this bar kind of like in the corner kind of thing. We're gonna kind of like make it kind of like just wrap around there like that. So you kind of got this like, actually I don't like that. I think I kind of just want to go like that and make it like, kind of make it like curve into the thing like that. Look, you see, so it kind of goes like 1 2 turn, 1 2 turn, 1 2 turn kind of thing. And then what I might do is I might get something like, say like dark oak, and then we just go like that, and then we just more or less like put some little seats there. So we do that too, so it kind of like evens it out. And then we get like a plant pot and just kind of make it look like a drinking cup. And then if I get like an upside down quartz stair again, I can kind of like where is sea lanterns? There we go. And we can just put like a little bit of light in there to kind of like lighten up the mood. We can kind of like decorate this bar. A bit later on we've kind of got like the little DJ setup going down. You know, obviously DJ Shadow's going to be doing his actually that looks sick. That's sick, you've got 2 speakers. I never thought of that. That's sick, like literally, like I think that is the closest you're gonna get in Minecraft to a DJ setup, but that's pretty awesome. The only thing I would recommend, I don't know, like you won't be able to put something under. That's the only thing. Like you can't put anything underneath. I took screenshots of Tom and Dom's arena, and they got so pissed. They would do. They would do. Why? What they would do. But yeah, so basically it's looking pretty sick. But I'm going to leave the live stream here soon because I need to go to the loo and I've got a video to start editing, and especially if I want it to go up today. So all I can say is oh hi. So all I can say is definitely watch episode 2 today. That's like all I'm gonna say. Like, we'll watch every episode, but what I'm gonna say is that something happens in today's episode, which is kind of like gonna just kind of like I don't know how to explain it without giving it away, but it's gonna kind of like, it's gonna make it like a bit more interesting for you guys. Like things are gonna start to pick up. You know, that kind of thing. Like it's just going to make it a bit more interesting for you guys when you see like this, what happens. Like, because when you watch the first episode you might not be sure of what it was going to be kind of like based about, but I think when you see like this episode 2 you're going to think like, oh yeah, they're going to do these kind of things, and you know, you'll see like exactly what that is. So I recommend going and watching it, that type of thing, when it comes out. Obviously click the little bell so you get a notification when I upload. That type of thing should be pretty coolio. And we're just working on the DJ setup here, which, bearing in mind this looks good, but what I want to do is leave this here like when we're done, because this room is like not just for us on that night. Like they kind of have like kids discos here and different, you know, Halloween parties and other things. It's kind of like,
you
not
can leave a decks like this on.
Yeah, it's not just like used for
DJ room.
Yeah, it's the DJ room of the theatre, because you've kind of got like the opera rooms, which are going to be like this one, where you sit down and watch some Irish dudes sing, or someone plays guitar, or go and watch the Cinderella play, that kind of thing. And then this is kind of like kids discos, a few like DJing events and things like that, where they just kind of like, you know, make it for more like younger / old people. Like what I mean by that is like, I mean like young people but not kids. So I kind of mean like you get the opera rooms, which is kind of for like the kind of like middle-aged to old people kind of thing, where they're gonna like, they're not really gonna go and like do some heavy bouncing rave. They're gonna go and watch some like, you know, some like someone like sing down a microphone and that sort of thing, kind of like the show my nan and granddad would go to see. And then you've got the DJ room, which will like cater for like kids parties and, you know, sort of like Halloween parties and stuff like that, you know, like discos, that type of thing. And that's more or less it. That's more or less, you know. Then you obviously get your hardcore bouncing events, which will be for like, you know, late teens, early 20s, going up into 30s, and you know, it'll be like bomb, 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 everybody fucking jump, bomb, 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 that kind of thing. So I'm gonna leave the stream there. Please like, subscribe, comment. We shall see you all in the next streamy weemy. I had an